What's up, everybody? It's Kyle Claus, and in this episode, I want to talk a little bit about having confidence in the audition room. I get asked this a lot by a lot of actors, how to really own the audition room, really have confidence in it. And believe me, it took me a long time to figure this out. However, I've came to my ultimate personal system and strategies that I want to share here, and I think you will benefit from this greatly because it's coming from a professional actor that has actually done it before, not just some casting director or teacher that thinks they know about the audition process, but somebody that's actually done it and has actually booked professional level work and has been on professional level TV shows and projects. So here we go. But before we go into this, I need to ask you to hit that subscribe button and also make sure that you click the notification bell because it will give you notifications every time I put out a new video, which is at least once a week, and you will get, it's got tons of great advice, not just on the acting advice, but to live your best life, financial freedom, financial advice, how to reach your goals, etc., tons of advice. So make sure you hit that, and also make sure you like this video and share it with anybody if you do think that it's great content, because the like will help with the YouTube algorithm, and that's what I'm all about, and I'm gonna ask for that right now again, so hit that like button. Thank you very much. Follow me on Instagram because I post there pretty much daily. You will get other insights to my life and aspects as well. So the first thing I'll start this out by saying is that I am nervous when I go into every audition. So it's okay. You're always gonna have the little nerves. If you don't have a little nerves, it's something wrong. You know, you don't even want the job. So don't even fret that you're feeling a little anxious or nervous, or you're, on heightened sensory overload because you're going into an audition. It's a weird process. You're going into audition. However, here is my steps to what has helped me book work, professional level work, and what I've done to combat the nerves as much as possible, because it is about having that confidence, but it's not only the confidence. I believe that it's the biggest thing with this is preparedness. So preparedness in an audition room, at least for me, has helped with the confidence and has helped me own the auditions, so much so that it has helped me book the work, right? So here's the first thing I would say. The first thing, and the biggest secret that has helped me with everything in network TV and network and cable television and in studio feature films and actual TV and movie auditions, is this. And it's going to come as a huge surprise. Hopefully it doesn't come as a huge surprise, but it's something that some acting coaches have told me that they didn't need you to memorize. But the biggest key in combating this nervousness and gaining confidence is memorization. If you memorize the roles, you're going to, that's like ridiculous that they tell you that you can't even that you shouldn't memorize roles. That's not the actor's process. You have to memorize. Memorization is like the key amongst all the other keys. You have to memorize your lines. If you memorize your lines, that is like 90% of all what would make you unconfident and nervous in an audition room. You at least know your lines. You know the lines to talk, right? So that is at least 90% of the nerves. I mean, seriously, I have worked on sides. I've been in touch with like coaches that have told you not to memorize, like acting coaches. Like, I think they're theater coaches more so, because they're like telling you, in theater, you have first rehearsals, like you're reading with somebody, you keep reading, you get it in your body. You have like months to do this. It's ridiculous. But for an audition for TV and film, you might have it the next day. So, and literally, you're not gonna have like 20 pages anyway. You're gonna have like 3 or 4, probably to start. So, maybe if you're lucky, we might only have like 5 or 6 lines. So that's step 1, is memorization. Step 2, it goes along with memorization, but especially with the roles that you only have like 5 or 6 lines. I know that for myself, I need a good 10 minutes to memorize 1 page. If it's 1 page, if it's 5 or 6 lines on that 1 page, I still need a good 10 minutes to remember exactly what the words are. So I go through that, and I'll time myself. If I have 6 pages to memorize, I know it's gonna be about an hour. So I will go through that, memorize first. Now get it on your feet and read with somebody, because a lot of times those 5 lines, I'll give you an example. I had an audition for a TV show called Happy, right? And it was, I maybe had 6 lines, say. So I had 6 lines about. Now, in those 6 lines, it was about, I had 1 line, it was talking about the place. It was another line where I was reacting to somebody else who had mentioned something about a spot on the wall. So it was that. The next line was referring to a coffee maker that was over here. The next line was her telling us some information that we were very surprised about. The next line after that was to deliver a line and then immediately get cut off because there was another thing that interrupted me that took our attention away up there. So not only is it the lines, it's what's going on. They're basically, what I almost think is the actions are somewhat almost lines as well. So it's like you have this line, but then you have this action to do. You have this and then you're referring to something else, or you're referring to something and then you're delivering. So it's more than just the lines. So the lines are key, but then it's getting it on his feet. Number 2 is the action, reading with somebody. Being able to pretend you're in the, imagine the audition room. The camera's here. You got the reader to your right. Where is everything gonna go? So once you get this down, I'm not even joking with you, you will be 99% more confident than you were when you first got the audition and you didn't know and you just read through it the first time. After you have the lines down, after you have all the actions down, literally it's just about tweaking. And from what I've noticed on set, I'll be quite honest with you, you get on a professional level set and there's been times where the directors come in for a TV show and gone, okay, we're gonna run through this a couple times. You know, it's gonna suck at first, but then you just keep doing it and it'll be good. So from that point on, I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm like, these are professional level people. It is professional, like one of the top TV shows in the world at the time, and I'm working on it, and that's what he said. So now that takes a lot of pressure off. And it's true, it's what happens. If you've ever ran lines and ran scenes, it's like, you know, in theater class or something like that, you'll do a rehearsal and it'll suck, it'll feel weird. The more you do it, you might get 2 or 3 rehearsals in and now you're ready to shoot because you've done it and it's getting better. It's getting better each time you do it. And then, I mean, on a set, you're gonna do it you're gonna do a wide angle shot, you're gonna do a maybe 2-shot close up, you're gonna do a real close up for each individual person. So you're gonna run through it a ton of different times. So for an audition, you need to first memorize, then get it on your feet and go through this. Now, what I would also do, number 3, is there's a book that's called Audition, and it's written by a gentleman, Michael Shurtleff. Now, it's got 12 guideposts. I would recommend going through the 12 guideposts, but all you really need to do is go through them and literally take the first guidepost and think about it. Like relationship. What's the relationship? You know, read about it, like read what he's asking. It's not like, oh, it's a mother-daughter. It's like, how do they feel about each other, right? But you just, all you need to know is know it in your mind. You don't need to like write out a whole backstory for like, you know, 5 pages. That's ridiculous, especially for an audition, because when you get to the point of a professional actor and you're auditioning all the time, you just can't possibly do that, nor why would you want to? It's like you're not getting paid to do it. You just need to be able to audition. And put it this way, I can tell you this honestly, you could spend 20 hours working on an audition and somebody comes in and they spent not nearly as much time. They memorized it, they maybe know how to walk through the motions, and they did that, they do it. I guarantee if you are not the right person for the role, their vision, and that person is, you're gonna be immediately dismissed no matter what kind of performance you put on. Now, yes, you might be remembered by the casting director and brought in for something else, but I guarantee you, you will not get that part. And why would you spend 20 hours working on some audition that you may or may not get anyway? Like, do what you need to do, be a professional about it. Memorize the lines, walk through everything, and then go through, you know, the 12 guideposts is something that I could tell you, you know, certain things to do, like objection, the actions. You know, the objection is like objective. It's like the objective or the want, or some people call it like what you need. There's tons of different terminology about it, but it's basically the effect of like, say you're walking into a room. You walked into that room for a reason. That's your objective. So it doesn't need to be even more fleshed out than that kind of thing. It's like, what's your objective? Is it to, you know, get the truth out of this person? Is it, what is it? So the 12 guideposts is what I've known that is like, it covers everything. So you can just go through that and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I got that guidepost. Or like comedy is one of the guideposts. Like, okay, I see where this is like comedic. Even in the most dramatic things, there's comedy, right? In the most like crazy dramatic like things in life, think about like your own life. Like crazy things that are like super serious tend to be funny a lot of the times. So go through the 12 guideposts and just go through them. Boom, 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 boom. Got it. And if you know those if you have gotten those 3 things down, you will have the most confidence walking into an audition room. And really after that, it's all about just if you are right for the role or not. I mean, don't overthink it that much, but literally these are the things that I have done to book my last couple jobs. It's been, memorizing, getting it on my feet, reading with somebody, imagining that I'm in the audition, where the little moments happening, and then it's just running through the little guideposts of just like, oh, what's my objective here? What am I doing in this, what am I doing here? And getting through all that, getting it on your feet, that's it. 3 things, all you gotta do for an audition. You'll walk in with the most confidence you could possibly have. So, thank you very much for tuning into this. I really think this will help you in your next audition. Please reply and let me know what you think of this and how it goes when you do have an audition, and if you use this. I would definitely love to put out any more content that you might think would be helpful, so definitely leave me a comment below, and again, subscribe to this and hit the notification bell so you have more notifications when I put out content, as well as follow me on Instagram because I post there pretty much daily, so you will get insights to my life as well on there. Have a great day. Take care.